Hi guys, welcome to the automotive scene. My name is Ivan, aka Panzer, and this is my 2005 E55 AMG. So pretty much, I've always been a fan of Mercedes, and for the get-go, I could never afford one when I was younger. I think my last Mercedes that I owned was not an AMG, it was a CLK 500, and I thought it was the best of the best. Obviously it wasn't. 5.0 V8, you know, beautiful two-door coupe, pillarless windows, and the more I got into the performance aspect, I noticed AMG, and I've always been a fan of AMG, but that car has always scared me for a lot of reasons. That main reason is maintenance and cost of parts. So after some due time, I really wanted to get into the AMG segment, and the more I researched on platforms, I found one that kind of caught my attention mostly, and it's mainly due to the motor. Obviously the vehicle's here. This is my first AMG that I purchased. I purchased this vehicle back in 2016. The moment I picked up that vehicle, it was an adrenaline rush, because not only that this is my first vehicle that I picked up that had 469 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque to the crank, stock from the factory. That was like a game changer for me. Now I know that's not big numbers to a lot of you high horsepower guys, but you know, for us little guys, starting from a base platform 4 cylinders to basic V8s into something that's supercharged in an aspect and was very powerful at the time when it came out. It was the most powerful sedan in the world. It was exhilarating and scary too, because I was afraid to break pretty much anything on this car. I didn't even think I drove it for the whole week. The moment I received it, I just stared there looking at it, afraid for the most part. And I had little experience for my CLK that, you know, little by little I started just taking things apart and just tinkering with it, pretty much. Now, the main reason why I chose this one versus all the other AMG models that were available to me, the SL55, you got the E55 right behind me, the SLK 55, and obviously the CL55. Out of all of them, this one stood out the most to me for 2 very big reasons. And one of them, there's a bigger community as far as troubleshooting. So I know for a vehicle like this, even though it's 15 years old, learning to do it yourself can be a game changer from you, from enjoying the car to actually hating the car. And to kind of break that down a little bit more better, this platform has been around for 15 years. You got people out there with 15 years of experience that know this car inside out, so I can pick information here and there and kind of get a better insight to understand, and not only to understand but to respect the vehicle and what it's going to need, and for me how to figure out the problem on my own. I'm no certified mechanic. I'm no expert at troubleshooting an engine, diagnosing, stripping things apart. I'm a learn as I go guy. I don't have the money, I don't have the time to pay somebody to take care of this vehicle for me, and frankly, it's one of my biggest fears because I've been taken advantage of. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have. Everything is self-taught on this car, and the more information I have, the more I can use to enjoy this platform. So that's one of the main reasons. A lot of information out there. Another good reason is an aftermarket source. And since this car had a good production run and a lot of vendors out there that are still producing aftermarket parts for this vehicle, that's another key point, because I have sources to buy parts. I'm not just limited to one vendor. I have a wide network. And that kind of puts it in a Honda perspective. You know, Honda fanatics, they have options everywhere, from bolts to seats to steering wheels to yada yada. The list goes on. It's insane. Maybe this is not as extensive, but guaranteed there's a lot of good options out there that you could choose. And I love to customize. I love to stand out. As you can tell by my car, the yellow, it pops. I don't like to blend in with the crowd. I love to stand out from the rest, either being unique in my own individual vehicle or standing out in color and appearance, which is important to me. I like to beat my own chest, pretty much. My car is all about expressing myself, and I express myself through the car. I take great pride in it, from everything, from maintenance to cleaning to detailing to making sure everything works, everything is in a specific parameter. I keep it all there, all up to par for the most part. Now, for this color alone, I can't afford the SLS. That's a $500,000 car, and even more than now. So with this car here, I could afford the color on an AMG vehicle. So that's pretty much what I did. Now, those that do know me, which are very few, I'm not the type to go bold. I went with this color for personal reasons also, and just to save the sob story or anything like that. I just gave you like a little in-depth of my life. I was very insecure, afraid, always wanted to be accepted by others, always did my best to please others, and I was always trying to blend in with the crowd to a point where I could no longer do that. I wanted to stand out. All my cars used to be silver, black, basic colors that you see pretty much when you're driving around the city. They don't stand out, they don't scream, they don't grab for attention, they blend in with society. And that's something I didn't want to do anymore. I did it, this is a personal reputation of myself from going from a black vehicle to something that says, hey, look at me, this is what I am, love me for it. If don't love me for it, that's fine, but I'm still gonna shine no matter what. And that's, as corny as that sounds, that's pretty much how I envisioned it in my head. And I had to represent it through this vehicle to a point where I took this vehicle in for paint, and it was just gonna go for obsidian black. Pretty much the basic of any AMG vehicle. Any Mercedes is either black, silver, or white. Most common ones at least. And I went to my my bodysman, or my auto body creations, Johnny, and I told him, hey man, I want this color. And he looked at me kind of like, whoa, yellow? And he was thinking Caterpillar yellow, okay? The ones from the cranes, the construction equipment. I'm like, no, I want this yellow. And he's known me pretty much always since 2007. I've had nothing but silver, black, or pretty much basic cars. Oh, white pearl, which one I consider that basic now. And I told him I wanted this color. I think he understood me, but if he didn't, that's mainly the reason why I wanted to break out of my bubble, and this is me now. I'm not afraid for those that look at me and judge me. They can look at me all they want. I'm gonna shine through them. They can judge me all they want. That's just telling them that I can accept that judgment, no matter what it is, and it won't bring me down. And that's pretty much how I expressed myself through this color concept. Big advice. One good piece of advice that I can give you guys. Learn it yourself. Now, with some common sense with that, if you have a brand new vehicle that requires computers and state-of-the-art equipment, forget what I just said right there. Do not do it yourself. You might f it up. But if you have a car like mine or anything in that time frame, do it yourself. Learn from that experience. Don't get discouraged because your car is acting up, or it's misfiring, or it doesn't have, there's no power to it. Well, you know, it's a battery. But for the most part, just do it yourself. That's the main thing I can give you guys. But yeah, don't ever get discouraged. Anyone can do this. Anyone. If you're savvy with simple tools, if you can take a clock apart, you can take something simple as a controller apart or anything with something with screws and bolts and plastic, these are no different. A little bit more complex, but granted, research, get the proper equipment, plan your strategy, and persevere. That's the best form of advice I can give you guys. I would like to thank you guys for watching the automotive scene. If you like what you see, you like the content that we gave out today, like and subscribe. Gives us support, lets us know that we're doing a good job, and we can continue giving you guys good content of the everyday car enthusiast. This is Panzer. I'd like to salute you guys. You guys have a good night.